So this is the Agir. This is a tier 9 German supercruiser. She's a nice ship. She's actually better than I thought she was when she was originally released. It took a while to warm up to her for me, but then I kind of got into it. The big thing about her, she's got these 305mm turrets, which sometimes you see battleships with them, sometimes you see cruisers with them. Agir's a fantastic cruiser-killing supercruiser. That's how you look at this ship. AP is great for killing cruisers. HE is okay for battleships, okay for destroyers, but your bread and butter is going to be AP and cruisers. She's got German hydro, got a heal, but she does burn and flood a little bit longer than a standard cruiser. Did I miss something?
Nope, you got all the important parts.
Don't think so.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Dutch Elephant's build in the Agir. You've got main armaments mod 1 followed by damage control mod 1 followed by aiming systems followed by propulsion, concealment, and then finally gunfire control. Now, your maneuverability with propulsion is 14 seconds. Now, I always say, to me, 5 seconds destroyers, 10 seconds cruisers, and then 15 seconds for battleships is where I want to be. So I would actually recommend steering gears here to get yourself closer to that 10 seconds. You need to be able to turn your ship. You need to be able to angle your armor to incoming threats. So personally, I would go steering gears. The other thing, I would probably go for main battery modification instead of range. You're not going to do a ton of impactful damage at long range in the Agir. You're better off with reload. Again, you want to smack cruisers that are close to you or medium range that show real broadside. That's your bread and butter. So I don't like going range.
I agree. Like a 20-second reload time is just so rough too.
It hurts, doesn't it? Versus 17.6. .27 shots per minute versus 30.7 shots. So you get an extra 3 shots per minute. 20 minutes in the battle.
Well, yeah, you're gonna average like you're gonna average just a couple more shots, at least like 1 or 2 salvos per match, which is pretty important.
And 18.5 kilometers base range is not bad.
No, it's not. It's pretty good. So aside from that, everything else module-wise or upgrade-wise, I'm fine with. I don't see a problem with it at all. I think it makes perfect sense.
Did you mention you could also take the Hydro mod for slot 2?
That's true. For slot 2, instead of the risk of fire and flood, you could go for the Hydro mod instead. That can help, although that can also hurt too. It depends on how you use your Hydro, because if you use your Hydro, that extends the duration of the Hydro, which means it's not necessarily ready when you need it. So if you use it to push and then you disengage, you think about it, you need the Hydro again when you push again. Using this module might mean that you have to wait longer before you push again. So it really comes down to how you use that hydroacoustic search if it's valuable or not. Dutch is in here, so we don't know if this is a special captain or not. Driftin, hey Driftin, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, dude. Appreciate that. 9 months in a row. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, if you're using Von Jutland, there's nothing benefit here. Luyens, again, there's probably nothing benefiting you here other than it's a premium ship, so you can absolutely put Luyens in there and benefit from him. If you don't have Luyens, you can see you also get a bonus for Grease the Gears. If you don't have Luyens, whatever, a standard captain's fine. The Von Jutlands aren't going to really help you much unless you want Consumable Specialist.
Yeah, the buffed Grease the Gears is probably the best thing you could get.
Yeah. Yep. So let's go ahead and take a look at your build. Assuming it's a standard captain, you did Grease the Gears Consumables enhancements for extra time for hydroacoustic. Superintendent, concealment expert, incoming fire alert, last stand, gun feeder, adrenaline rush, priority target, heavy AP shells.
Slightly overboard with the 1 and 2 point skills.
I don't like consumable specialist on this ship because it's only affecting the hydro.
And
that's the only thing it does.
You mean consumables enhancements? Yeah, this one. Right.
Enhancement, yes. Sorry,
Andrew. I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I would agree with you. I was actually fixing to mention that. No big O. I don't think that's useful. I agree to you. Honestly, if you cared about your hydroacoustic surge consumable, like SAT said, go and add the bonus there. That's 20% anyway. So this is 2 points. It's kind of wasted. Unless it's on other German cruisers, I suppose. So I don't like that.
But even on other German, like there's very few where you get more. Like a Siegfried would get a speed boost.
Yep.
And.
Yep.
Yeah, it's generally wasted.
The other one I don't like, honestly, is
cruiser where it's really good, but there's not the German ones.
Right. Gunfeeder I just don't feel is that useful on Agir because you're gonna be shooting AP most of your time.
I still like it. I would take it just if you want to switch a bit quicker. I'm more concerned about the incoming fire alert. Because
that was the next thing I was going to mention.
You already have the priority target, right?
Yep, this is overkill.
The ship is just too big to react to the incoming fire. So even if you get the information you're getting shot right now, it doesn't do anything for you.
Correct. I would drop incoming fire alert. Priority target is fine. If you want to keep gunfeeder, fine. Heavy AP?
Heavy AP is acceptable.
Like I said before, this ship is bread and butter, is AP shells into cruisers that you can smack, and maybe even broadside battleships upper belt. Okay. Okay. So we keep that. What are we going to pick up? Survivability expert?
I think you have two options.
I would ditch last stand as well. You don't need it.
Okay.
So option one is like you just pick up the survivability expert as you said.
Yeah.
And I think the option two is you ditch the last stand as well. And then you could pick up something like, I like outnumbered on this ship.
Okay, sure.
Because it's battlecruiser dispersion.
Yep.
And especially if you don't take if you take the range mod, it's bad. But if you switch to the main battery mod, then you have a decent chance of playing the Agir a bit more pushy, getting a bit more closer and proccing this outnumbered.
Sure. Sure.
If you don't want it, top grade gunner is an option as well. But again, you need to kind of push and get a little bit closer for it to be useful.
Honestly, I like this build. I think this is a good build. Again, change main battery to from range to reload. And now you've got a situation where you're smacking ships that make very bad positional mistakes. So this is fine. I like this. Okay. And then for signal flags, you're not running protection. That's a threat. That's a concern. You're running fire chance, speed boost, consumables, secondaries? No. And hydro.
Why not the heal? Why not the fire reduction flag?
The heal and fire reduction are huge. Also, the flood reduction is good. Also, please, no anti-det. Please anti-det, right? Like, look, forget the secondaries. Secondaries don't matter. I would absolutely be running something like this. You want to go full tanky.
Yep. The heal flag and the fire prevention.
Chance flags because big caliber guns.
I was just going to mention that, depending on your situation, you could drop one of these in favor of a ramming flag. Ramming flag is actually useful as well.
I drop both for the ramming and the hydro flag, to be honest.
Okay.
I would avoid, if you don't have many of the fire flags, just keep them at home.
Yeah.
Like, the priority is the heal flag and the and a fire prevention flag. Anything else is kind of extra.
I agree. I mean, the thing is, again, if you want the extra 10% here and you want the 10% here, just freaking go and buy the hydro module that gives you 20%. Like, that's a better boost than the 10% and the 10%. Hey, Scottish Hammer. So that's probably what I would do here for my build. All right, let's get into the replay. Let's see what happens in this battle. I need to run Stream Raiders as well. We'll do that off stream. All right, get Stream Raiders going. Now you've gone to map view to start. Map view to start is okay. You're gonna say you're gonna kite at sea. Can some cruiser come to sea to support? Okay. You're top tier.
You're
afraid of?
also the cruiser. Yeah, you're a big boy now, literally. You're the one that should be supporting the others.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the range, so maybe you think you can play this like a kiting cruiser. Is there a better kiting cruiser, German kiting cruiser at tier 9 than the Agir?
Well, yeah, Roon.
The Roon. So you can play this like a Roon. I wouldn't. Okay, let's see what happens.
Super cruisers are not good kiting cruisers because, like, they sacrifice the reload for the alpha damage and the bigger caliber guns. But these bigger caliber guns only matter if you can actually use the AP with them and get the citadels and get the broadsides and enemy cruisers.
Right.
If you're staying at 20-kilometer range, you're probably not gonna get that, right?
Right. Exactly. So, okay, now you're turning back in. I like this. Although I wish you would have just gone in originally. My guess is you're turning back in because nobody responded that they were going to help you when you asked for it, which is good. By the way, pausing, you should have had AP loaded. Again, very rarely are you going to want AG, except against destroyers, I suppose, or battleships at super long range. But like Grunty said, your AP slaps cruisers so hard. You want the AP loaded at the onset of battle for this exact moment. You've got a Gorizia that's broadside to you. Don't you wish you could kill him right now? I do. Now you're holding your shells for the Asashio. And you're going to miss completely.
Oh, you missed completely.
Because the Asashio was already stopping and reversing. Like, I saw that, you saw that. Dutch did not.
Yeah. That one, I think you were just kind of pre-aiming and, like, you didn't actually look at him. You saw, oh, he appeared. He must be going at full speed. Yeah. Basically, you just pulled it too early without actually realizing what he was doing.
Yep. Yeah, two opportunities there. One against the Gorizia, one against the Asashio Black. You missed both of them. And it happens. On the onset of the battle, it's not the end of the world.
Huh?
I don't like this,
why are you
though.
back here?
I don't like this. If you're gonna kite, you don't kite back into the middle, especially early game. You kite out to the flanks, always. So you should be heading towards Charlie 10 right now if you're planning on kiting away.
What are you even afraid of?
Everything.
Like, there wasn't a Asashio. It's not gonna drop you. You're a cruiser.
This is true.
The other ship was a Sarah, right? No, Gorizia. It's a tier 7
Gorizia.
cruiser.
And then there's a North Carolina. And that's it.
And a Gneisenau now. Woo! Watch out for those 380s.
Yeah, and like you're literally spooking yourself into a horrible position.
Flandre. Again, this is why going to Charlie 10, if you wanted to kite away, which, I mean, I agree with the idea to kite away, because you don't want to get stuck bow in. But going to Charlie 10 gives you so much more flexibility. And then you can just reverse back into your enemy instead of... Now you're going to have to turn back south again to be able to shoot anything.
Yeah, and you're also behind your tier 7, tier 8 cruisers.
And destroyer.
Yeah.
Poor Akat is off by himself right now. You should be with him right now, frankly.
Yeah, you need to take the initiative. You're one of the stronger ships in this game. You need to make your impact known.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. If you're
Yeah.
bottom tier, if this is a super ship battle, what you're doing makes sense, but you're not bottom tier anymore. As SAT
And,
said,
like-
you're the big boy.
Yeah, and then Akatsuki, he got jump scared by Gorizia. Literally worst case scenario for him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're bow in now and reversing. You got a fire on the Flandre. Kill time.
Yep.
And there goes the ACAT.
Yeah, this is pretty much the worst case scenario. You lost your destroyer on the flank, so now they're gonna go push up. Actually, maybe not worst case scenario, because you know what they're gonna do. You want them to push into you, it's easier to farm damage.
Mm-hmm.
But you also want to stop being bow in, because you're not gonna do much damage.
Right, exactly.
Huh.
Alle Stationen, brauche Feuerunterstützung.
What do you think of, Zath, what do you think of his shell usage so far?
Yeah, I was just about to comment on it, SAT. If he wants to spam HE, then why does he have AP shell buff as a captain skill? That's not helping him.
No,
And-
you would rather have survivability expert instead.
Or, hear me out, the improved HE and sap damage skill, whatever it's called.
Alle Stationen, brauche
It's more of
Feuerunterstützung.
at that point, I just play a different ship, because that's fundamentally not what the ship's designed for.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, the way he's playing it very much feels like those skills would be more helpful than what he's got right now.
I agree with that.
Alle Stationen, melde Position eines strategischen
I
Ziels.
mean, hell, even IFHE would be more useful.
I don't know about that.
I just wanted to trigger Grunty there.
Objectively speaking, it might be okay against Gneisenau now, if with specific armor sections.
Borodino takes a torpedo, but does kill the man, so that's good. Okay. But yeah, I just
You're the furthest ship away from everyone. here.
everything. Yeah.
It's like, I wonder if this is because you're not comfortable with the ship or not confident in it. Like,
Zeph,
Mhm.
he's, well, partially, I think you're partially correct on that. I also think it's just because he doesn't understand the armor scheme on this ship. It's very resilient for a tier 9 cruiser.
Not only the armor scheme, but also doesn't understand the shell characteristics, right? The fact that AP is so much better on this ship than HE.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like he just kind of random the ship in port. It's like, oh, it's a cruiser, so I'm gonna play it like a typical cruiser.
It's a
Alle
possibility.
Stationen,
I mean,
melde
you know, like, and the
Position
thing
eines
is,
strategischen Ziels.
if you're top tier, you need to play it like you're top tier. You need to play it like, get out in front. Let them shoot you, because they're not shooting your lower tier ships that don't have the armor, right? To be able to take the hits. Right now, for example, right here, you should be getting shot at by this Alaska Black with AP. You're not, because he's too busy looking at, I don't know, a Nagato. But you could be hurting a lot right now.
Das gegnerische
yeah, that guy might not have the range, to be honest.
That's true as well. Not
Don't
anymore,
forget-
certainly. Okay, so you got the kill on the Alaska.
Gegnerischer Kreuzer gesunken.
You're still down 2 ships.
And you've reversed even further back in spawn. Like, at this point, most teammates would legit be yelling at you because you're so far back.
I mean, with all due respect,
I
Dutch,
would.
I would be too. I would be like, dude, come on. You're top tier. we had a game earlier today where I said our tier 9s like disappointed us, right? Let us down. This is a great example of that. Like, honestly, right now you should be charging that North Carolina. What are you afraid of with him? He's unless you show him exact direct bow on and he punches you in the face, he really can't do a ton of damage to you. And then you just torp him because you've got those 6-kilometer torps and he's dead.
Yeah. Like, on the enemy team, they've stopped shooting you because you're not a threat. You're behind everyone. You're barely hitting your shells. Like,
Hey, Ben Nimitz. Right.
like, why would I care about you?
Exactly. You've got priority target to tell you if the enemy's targeting you. They aren't. And then you've got incoming fire alert to tell you if they're shooting at you. Again, they aren't. So both of those skills should be telling you it's time to just go. And it looks like you are starting to do that, so that's good.
Yeah, the reason you're still in the game is because your one remaining destroyer has taken all the caps.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally the only thing, right? The fact that they have the caps.
Yeah, you have a slight cap advantage. Not for long, but you do have it.
Mm-hmm. Aiming fluid, Ben Nimitz, and I get to cook with it too in a little bit. Gonna be fun.
Also, you have gun feeder. You're not using it too. That North Carolina is showing you enough angle.
He hasn't switched to AP yet.
Like, is this the no AP challenge or something?
North Carolina DCPs, so you're gonna try to set him on a sticky fire again. You're playing this very much like a Roon right now. You're playing this very much like a Roon and not an Agir.
Like, you're also even hiding behind the island. Like, come on. You have...
Maker's Mark.
You have
Yes.
the most hit points on your team.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Anchorage is technically healthier, but not by too much. Double fire, okay.
I mean, the Anchorage is not a super heavy cruiser, so
Yeah, I
even
know.
Bar
I'm
is
just
fuller,
saying.
like he has less hit points.
And you're continuing to reverse here, by the way. Ritsu makes Inky.
Yeah. Ooh.
Here's where AP would be very helpful, but you didn't switch.
Like, gun feeder? You took that skill so you can quickly switch, but you kind of forgot it existed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess in this specific situation it doesn't make a difference because he's so low, but in general...
Forget the Flandre.
I agree.
You've got a Gneisenau out charging you, dude. Forget the Flandre. Go deal with the guy Gneisenau. There you go. Remember, you've got Hydro available, which you have invested points into extending the duration of...
There's no torps to worry about, so...
Gneisenau's torch? What are you talking about?
6 kilometer. Yeah, I
Right.
wouldn't activate it just yet.
Oh, yeah, I agree there. This is a little bit early. I might maybe at 7, because, you know, he's going to fire them at the outset of the engagement, and you're closing on him. But even then...
Also, aim for the torp tubes. Aim for his torp tubes.
Oh, you switched to AP now. Why did you switch to AP now?
Yeah. Funny enough, this is actually where you don't switch to AP. You take
Right, you
out his
keep
torp
AG loaded.
tubes.
Well, he
Like,
fired
you
his
know
torps
you guys-
as predicted. And you fired yours too. Why did you fire yours? I would have held him. Get right up in his face. And then torpedo him.
Feueralarm!
You hit him with 1. You could have hit him with all 4 or 3 and killed him.
Did you
You're gonna-
forget about the North Cal doing this turn?
Yeah.
I mean, NorCal's so far away. I would agree. I don't care about him. But you're turning full side to show your side so you can get your other torpedoes off on this guy. He gets 1 shell off into you. That does a good amount of damage.
That one is kind of forced, so I understand. But you should have fired you should have fired 1 set of torps at him from your right side, and then just use your left to get in point blank range.
Yeah. Or like I said, the thing I think was you needed to hold your torpedoes until you got right next to the guy instead of at the early part of the engagement. There was no guarantee he was going to continue moving straight.
I just love the fact that your anchorage is in the middle of 3 enemy battleships.
I just love the fact that once again you're slowing down and hiding as the rest of your team is dying. Wow.
Are you trying to get a solo warrior here?
Well,
Please
that's
team
no
die so I can finish everything, or...
Yeah, unfortunately, that's no longer possible.
Mm-hmm.
Also, your U-190
Unfortunately or fortunately?
Heal time. Last heal.
perspectives.
He'll try to finish North Carolina. I mean, honestly, look at the team, dude. Oof.
Hey, U-190 is on the perfect amount of health.
Mm-hmm. 69.
Only if he has adrenaline rush.
Uh-oh. ASW coming in.
Gefecht endet in 5 Minuten.
Up, they spotted him. He actually survived. Oh, wow. He actually survived and took the cap. Compliment that U-190 right now. He's going to be the reason you probably win this game. Why are you shooting your gun?
He's trying to bait North Carolina shooting him.
Okay. So that he can turn in directly to the North Carolina and show broadside to the Duke of Yuck?
Huh?
NBA with a gifted sub.
He can kill North Carolina, but North Carolina either wisely or just decide to run away.
Gifted Stalwart Arctic Fox a subscription.
NBA, thank you for the gifted sub for Stalwart.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Stalwart Arctic Fox.
Zeka, unfortunately, I have neighbors coming over. I told the wife I'd be done in 2 minutes. It'll be a little bit longer than 2. So, you can join the Discord, of course, and put the replay file in, and we can possibly get to it on Sunday, okay? You just do it to see the kitty. I mean, I love that. Stevie is worth seeing. Actually, I'm wearing my USS Texas shirt. T-Raptor! I'm wearing my USS Texas shirt. I took it out, and there were a couple little pieces of Stevie, bits of fur,
baby.
still on the shirt. So I took that and I added it to my Ziploc bag back there that's got his fur on it. Thank you, C-Raptor, for 4 years, 48 months in a row, dude. Years. Thank you, Raptor. Hope you had a good night last night, by the way. I'm sorry I couldn't stick around. I raided you, but I'm trying to use Twitch's dashboard thing instead. And it didn't actually tell me that the raid went through. I had no idea. Oh, look, a sub!
You lost your lock on that shot because you zoomed out weirdly. Just before you fired.
I don't think it would have made it across.
Torpedos auf
Now,
Steuerbord.
you're continuing to move forward here. The torpedoes are going to hit the island. That's good.
Yep, just sit in the B and laugh at the sub.
Oof. North Carolina goes down. Yeah, at here I would cut my engines. Hell, I might even turn due south and put my guns far right to shoot over your shoulder. But like I said, that U-190 is what saved you guys the game. Period. That's what won you the game.
Yep. You're pretty lucky Duke of Yuck didn't... like, if his first set of depth charges was on point, then, well, this game would have been
Is this
lost.
spotter plane available? I don't know. I know
What
there's no
spotter plane?
Yeah, I forgot. I might get behind there. It's not.
Okay.
You're fine. He's 5k. You're 33k.
I personally would not have shot when you did there. I would have held it so that you could get the cap first and then shoot. Because you weren't spotted, you were dark.
Nope, he must kill.
Must kill. Also, ASW on the summon. He's spotted.
Yes.
It's plain summon ASW. Just go.
And you have a 20-second reload. You have time.
Okay, so you burned him out. Now you're gonna come in front of the sub and get yourself shot at. Great plan.
It's okay. He's just gonna counter shotgun with his own, is that 3 depth charges? That looked weird. Yeah, counter shotgun.
It might have been 3 death charges. One might have dropped on the island.
Torpedos voraus.
And you get shotgun.
Torpedos auf Steuerbord. Problem gelöst.
That was...
Stop, reverse. Yep.
No,
Okay, good, he's
fire under
surfacing.
the torpedoes.
You're about to get fully shotgun.
In Sicht.
Goodbye, son.
That,
Why are we not using the ace? Ugh.
It's okay, they're gonna win on time. 5 seconds to go, everybody. Can we see the sub still? No, he's not gonna render. Win harder, Classic says. Exactly. Here, let's get a screenshot of you and the oil slick you tried to kill but failed. There. How's that sound? God.
yeah, fortunately, I don't think the sub expected you to survive the first shotgun. If he
No.
surfaced a lot earlier, then you would have died.
Yeah. When you hate the sub so much, you die trying to kill it. Yes. And you still can't kill it. And you feel good about this somehow.
The reason why he actually didn't kill the submarine because his first charges of the ASW were way too late because he was typing in chat.
Right. Okay. You got the kill. Do we see it anywhere? There it is. Hold on. No, that's not him. What is
That's
this?
just another.
That's the
that
Duke of
Duke
Yuck.
of Yuck?
That's the Duke of Yuck. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. We're whoa. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Hope I'm not getting you motion sick. Do we have? We got a butt. Can we work with the butt? Camera driver's drunk. Shush you. No. We got. Wait. There it is. There it is. We got Duke of Yuck. We can see it. Duke of Yuck. There. Oh, even better because we lose all the fizz. Get rid of all the fizz. There we go.
Now you post this on the Discord. No, you can read Duke of York. I was like, just from the bow, what ship is it? Star.
We all die, yes. All right, 177,000 damage. Not bad at all. 4 kills. You came in second place. The funny thing with this, Dutch, is we've been tearing apart your gameplay this entire time. You came in second place. You feel good about yourself, and I hope we haven't torn you a new one. As you talk to...
It kind of shows you, like, yeah, like, in terms of skill gameplay, there's a lot to improve on. But even though you did do very well in this game, like,
Yeah.
if you made a lot less mistakes, I would argue that this game would not have been as close as it should have been. Like, your sub kind of carried the end right there, and the fact your team didn't die as fast as the other team is kind of a testament to your team rather than the enemy.
Yep. Now, you say you're trying to use a bit of kiting, although I will say, the way you were playing it, kiting is not sitting bow in and backing up. Kiting is turning away and then moving forward as you need to, and then backing back into range when you need to, right? So it's a little bit different there.
These German super cruisers, battle cruisers, whatever you want to call them, they're just not kiting ships. Like, you have to do it. Like, if you're getting in a super ship matchmaking, your bottom tier, and there's lots of battleshippers on, but you're top tier here in this game. You're the pusher.
That's right.
You're the I'm going to get in your face, and if you don't stop me, I'm gonna absolutely murder you.
Now, Dutch said this was his first game in the ship. And that's why he submitted the replay, was to get feedback so he could learn how to do it. Fantastic. I mean, that's the reason why this channel exists. That's why I'm here to help you guys. I want you to get stuff sent in so I can give you that feedback, and myself and Grunty and SAT in this case, right?
Yeah, there's we pointed out a lot of mistakes, and I think some of it's understandable since you've never played a kind of a large cruiser-ish before.
Yep.
Some others, though, I think, like, for example, you're a tier 9 ship here in a tier 7 to 9 game. You needed to be more assertive in your your using your ship, because it kind of felt you played passive in the first part of the game.
Look how far away he is right now.
Yeah.
Look how far away he is right now. It's the farthest away.
5 kilometers in front, right?
This is usually when we yell at our battleships because they're behind us and, we're dying. Major Ken, go to your game install folder, which is typically C:\games\World of Warships. There's a folder called Replays, and it saves your last 30 of them by default. I used to link to the forum thread that discussed how to do that, but then the forums were killed off. RIP the forums.
Should I just make a new one on the official WoW's Discord then?
You could. I don't know how I can link to it, but yeah. Like, seriously, so, Dutch, we talked about this. Number 1, AP at the start. Focus on broadside cruisers. Smack them, destroy them, whatever. And then go back to HE if you need to, but you fired HE 95% of this game. Yet you had the bonus to AP skill and you had the ammo switcher skill, both of which you didn't really use.
Like 90% of the game, it felt like you could have just been better off in a Roon.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. He's very much playing like it's a Roon, which I understand. If he's German cruiser, I played the Roon, that's a German cruiser, plays like this, I play like that, fair enough. But this is a very different ship.
Definitely was played like a Roon, or even like a French cruiser, right?
Mm-hmm. You thought it was a premium Roon. There you go. Okay, good. Well, we helped dispel that from you, so you won't do that again.
Also, Dutch, in the future, you can take a look at the wiki. They usually have some of the ship's info in there. It gives you an idea of how they're meant to be played. So you're not trying to play ships that are. So you have some idea of trying to play new ships and not completely in the dark.
Yeah, exactly. I still can't believe at the end here, you ignored the sub when it was detected, then you went after him, and then you died to him. User error. But you did kill him in the end, so I guess that works out.
Sub dies, that's all that matters.
There you go, there you go. You're welcome for the review, dude. Hopefully we got you some good stuff.
And
you were
honestly,
desperate we saw.
Yeah, and this is an excellent, this will be an excellent video.
It would be. So what are we going to title this one, guys?